everyone, Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 17th episode of Mawaru Penguindrum. Last episode we had some Netsrym flashback focus, I think is what I meant to say. I mean, there were Netsrym flashbacks, but I don't know exactly what I watched. I mean, we got to see the grandfather and just how influential he was in her existence, and we got to see dreams and the assassination attempts and blowfish poison that Netsrym did get affected by near the end, but I guess she did manage to survive. So that all happened. And man, I'm trying to kind of remember last episode in my head, and it's kind of all a big insanity filled blur. But yeah, let's just jump into the episode and see how things go. You know, maybe we'll get in some of the other characters, because there's a lot of characters in the show. There's Ringo and Yuri, and you know, all the characters kind of tie together to each other in some way or another. Momoka especially seems to be tied to a lot of people. But yeah, let's just get into it and see exactly where this train takes us. 3, 2, 1, play. That was a big reveal. I call it not so mad. I think you're supposed to open that or cook it or something. Okay, stop eating all the stuff. There's a live octopus in there. Regrets. Yeah, he gets money somehow. Sounds kind of condescending, but sure. How many octopuses were in there? Good God, that's like at least 4. Well, I was happy paying attention to what they were saying because of the goddamn octopuses and just consuming everything in the bag those penguins were doing. There's my cursor. Just gonna drink some water. Like announcement is just kind of like in a slow-paced tornado of balls around her. Okay, back at the hospital. Ooh, takoyaki. The revenge. There you go. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, are we allowed to just do this? They're really chopping up octopus in this room too. And I guess this does explain the taco. You need taco for the takoyaki. Fair enough. Are you okay? You look kind of sweaty. Just a random bandage. Oh god, oh god. Man, this back and forth between him and the octopuses. You know, Himari's over there if you want to, you know, say hi to her. Okay, that's where they were going. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'll be a good boy. Please don't kick me out. Let me stay. I have nowhere else to go. Well, that's good. Just please don't die again. Wonder what penguin coffee tastes like. I imagine kind of fishy. She really just popped up. Okay. Or do they get scarves too? Oh, well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, that's my thought too. Was kind of dull, you know, just like brown. But you can still do something besides brown. I assume we're talking about Sanayoshi, whatever his name is. Yeah, it's not that hard, man. You're gonna take it back out. Oh, 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 oh no. Stupid octopus keep distracting me, keep missing lines. No cell phones, guys. No. No. Okay, we just hard transition into that. I guess you heard there was takoyaki decided to come out. You got a little... Okay. Welcome to rock and roll night. Welcome to rock and roll fight. I'm just a rock and roll man. That's all I am. Nothing more, nothing less. What do? I do rock and roll. If there's a rock, I'll be sure to roll it. Could you imagine the people that just animated this sequence? Like, how do you do such a thing? How do you come up with such a thing and then do such a thing? It's nice to see you too. Rude. Get that Penguindrum, boys. No? Continue. Don't nice show me. Okay. Off with it. I assume we're talking about Himari. I'm sure they died twice. I don't know how you go lower than that. Yeah, I was waiting for the button to get pushed. Well. Could you imagine being stepped on by her? Well, okay then. We're not done with this area yet. Okay, some encouragement. It's his something. Man, Shoma just left at the wrong time. I'm feeling some real favoritism towards one of the siblings here. That does sound strange. I mean, can anybody really? Yes, you're both just so unique, special snowflakes. Turtle. Is it always had a turtle on it? I mean, everybody knows. How deep? I mean, they all didn't do that, just some of them did. I mean, he's a teacher, isn't he? I mean, I don't think anybody really has. Ooh, flashback. Memorable pond. So we get to see the three of them together. I don't think we've seen that before. Yeah, double hand holding. One hand for each of them. Yeah, she definitely wouldn't. I mean, not as long as she lives on in your hearts. You know, a lot of curtains. There's a lot of windows and they're all very big. I kind of want a black bunny. That's a little bit concerning. But thanks for the heads up, I guess. That shot made me think of Monogatari for some reason. So she basically went by herself. Is that what we're implying here? Because that's definitely concerning. Shouldn't somebody be watching her? She dies again. Yeah. What? What was with that emphasis? Special! I've never heard that word said quite like that before, and oh my god, the arc, this, is that what the war is? The war between penguins and octopuses? Octopi? Is that the war? Okay, so she's not alone. That's good. It was great. Should have been there. Well, what you can do for them is to not leave the hospital and get your doses in time. So she is making them ones. The blue, I mean, that's Shoma's color. Red. I just assume the hair colors are their favorite colors. Rude. That giant penguin. That octopus has no chance. Oh, that's right. I'd be a little bit concerned that she's calling me. I don't know if she'd want to go with you again, but... hopefully in a public place. We're gonna bring her... oh, yeah. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, now I'm definitely worried. I don't think I've ever been so unhappy about a sudden three-way development. Oh, okay. I guess she's closer than we thought. Why are they still doing this? God damn it. The freak. A tentacle was holding one too. God, those penguins and now the octopus, the octopi. Bit of a Freudian slip there. This is a very ominous scene. I'm pretty sure that was just a delusion, but it's very concerning nonetheless. Could you imagine somebody hating you for something somebody else did? Just because the person has some connection to you? It's a way too common of a thing. It just goes to show how irrational. Irrational a lot of people are. That's true. Got it. Oh, the music, though. The music is actually pretty... just has a bang on her head. The music is great. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, she's definitely butthurt about that. Well, damn. I don't know what that word means. Just kiss you two. Why do you keep feathers in your bag? Oh, damn, that's a minigun. Jesus. I do love how epic this whole thing has just gotten. Between the music and visuals, that's a lot. So you're still at a discount. Okay, we're actually just having a straight up battle here. Balls versus arrows, I think that was. But should you? You really shouldn't. Yeah, but not in a good way. That forehead. You really, really, really should. It is not Daijobu at all. You're making so many bad decisions this episode. We should put a tracking collar or something on Himari. that had to hurt. Kimasen ne. I feel like she suffered enough in this show. Don't be that way. The repeating and everything is just so unsettling. I'm worried again. Everything about the way this is shot. Do I want to? I really don't want Himari to die again. Please don't do it. She looks so happy and innocent, and she has no idea that she can't hear the ominous music and everything. I really can't take much more of this, just the suspense and everything. It's okay, you don't have to tell us. We can postpone this. I don't think I've ever been this level of worried in this show before. What to say? Don't you dare cliffhanger me there. And they did. God damn it. Wasn't he the one that was like had the opposite perspective when he was talking to Yuri? Was that just bullshit? Tatemaya, whatever you want to call it. My heart's still beating really fast. That bit was excellently directed, shot, whatever you want to call it, to just build up that terror and suspense. And just the out of place smiling on Himari just really made it worse somehow. Bad news, Kuroi Yokan. Rock over Japan, yeah. It is a good song. Dado. Like she was agreeing with me. One final Dado to end us off. Is the Edos really worth it? You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna... Well... That's just... Was that a reference to that one thing where, you know... how does it go? Somebody drops a... Was it a sword? Or just something in the water and a goddess or something comes out with like a, you know, silver and a gold one, asks which one you dropped and all that. I know I'm butchering the story, but I assume that's what that was all about. But, yeah. Yeah. Just a look of sadness on his face after he knocked it over. Anyway, that was the 17th episode of Mawaru Penguindrum. And as always, I don't even know where to start talking about the episode. It's kind of a trend, really. But we made takoyaki in the hospital room. We're not supposed to, but we don't care what we're supposed to do. We just do whatever we want and then suffer the consequences. That's kind of a theme of the show. Also, the penguins and the octopi. Just, what do I even say about that? I mean, the penguins doing stupid, silly stuff in the background of otherwise scenes that have nothing to do with them. You know, sometimes talking about important things. The penguins don't care. The penguins just do whatever they want, whether it be looking up girls' skirts, eating stuff. I think that kind of covers about half of what they do. Just those two things. But penguins do what penguins do. They added the octopi to it. And I know we had them because we were going to make takoyaki. And you need taco for takoyaki. That's just common sense, right? But why do we have this epic, just full episode spanning conflict between the penguin and the octopi? Like, also, how many octopi are there? Like, I feel like we killed some of them, right? I mean, we chopped up some of them. We ate some of them. Like, how many were there? I think there were at least 4 in the train in the early bit of the episode. But, like, it's just this epic struggle of the octopus... an octopus using its tentacles on the penguins, a penguin throwing like knives and stuff to pin the octopus to the wall, or chopping them up, or even have like a giant penguin biting an octopus at some point. It wasn't even just like one quick scene gag. It just like it spanned the entire episode. Like I said, it was just so insane. Like it feels like a faction war between two monsters. You know, like the one quest and Rant's quest. You know, when the Yankees were versus the Chihan or whatever they're called. But anyway, that's what came to my mind as I was watching it. So that was a big thing, right? You know, I was hoping at some point one of the octopus would use tentacles on Himari because that's just how I roll. But it never happened, sadly. Also, the one octopus was like somehow ejected from the window and like hanging on for dear life as we just kind of like poked at it. That was one of my favorite bits for the octopus. But so yeah, that was a lot of fun. We also went into the survival strategy thingy, I assume because somebody was mouthing off about, you know, not doing the Penguindrum stuff. Yeah, but going back to normal and not going after the diary. He was basically talking about stuff like that. And they probably shouldn't have said that right in front of the person that wanted to do that, you know? If we're going to slack off, at least do it secretly. Don't, like, broadcast it to your boss. Like, yeah, that thing that this person wants me to do, I'm not going to do that. Did you hear that? I'm not going to do that thing you want me to do. Oh my god, she's now suddenly all upset. You know, it was kind of like that. But it was a reason to get to see the cool animation stuff again, the rock and roll night, so I had no problem with it. But we also had a little bit of a bit here. Where does she say? I think it's at the beginning of the scene. Yeah, have you imbeciles forgotten your duty? So the Penguindrum really is our diary. Like, that's kind of like the assumption we're all working under, right? Especially because everyone seems to be after the diary. It's power to manipulate fate, I guess you'd call it, right? So it's obviously very important whether or not it is a Penguindrum, but you got to assume it's a Penguindrum. But she said nah, right? So I don't know how to take this because it's kind of a translation thing. Because they translated it as, well, actually now that I think about it, technically, because when I first read that, you know, I thought it was just like she was about to say no. That's how I interpreted it when she first said it, because that was on screen. You know, in the dash, I just took it as meaning that she was, you know, cut off or whatever. But I guess it's actually supposed to just be overall the word nothing, right? You know, because she said nah, which is obviously the beginning of Naisho secret. So, but why? Why is it a secret? That's one thing I don't really understand. Like, you know, any human being or existence, really, whenever they do something, there's got to be a reason behind it, some kind of logic to it, you know. And I don't see why she would benefit by keeping that a secret. Because if you want somebody to find something, the best thing you can do is tell them everything you can about it. What does it look like? Where is it? You know, who has it? You know, anything you can. You know, if you want them to get you something, you give them the information. I mean, I know like military stuff, there's a need to know basis and all that, but you know, that's just, you know, whatever. But otherwise, you know, unless you're worried that they're gonna like somehow take the power for themselves or something, you know, on those lines, there's really no reason not to tell them that at least that, yeah, that's what I need, right? You know, if you want to like properly motivate them, right? Like if they're barking up the wrong tree and they're going on a wild goose chase, that they're, you know, completely going the wrong way, you only have the benefit to tell them that if you want them to actually get it for you. So that's why I'm a little bit confused by that, with the secrecy on it. But She also had some threats here. What you treasure the most will be lost. I mean, Himari is what they treasure the most, right? I mean, protecting her is everything they're fighting for. I mean, protecting the overall family unit, I guess, but mostly focus on Himari, right? So, and yeah, we also had more of the octopus in that bit there, just casually nibbling on its tentacle, and the penguin seemed, or the octopus seemingly having no problem with that. But we did eject him, and I think the octopus was like mostly eaten by the time we actually did take him out. And I was actually expecting the scene to end there, right? But no, it actually kept on going. And then we got rid of the rest of the clothing, which is always appreciated by me, at the very least. Just kind of like disintegrating it because we don't need that here. And then we have some just stuff with her and Kanbe here. I can't be the one to save Himari anymore, right? Well, if it's not him, then who? Yeah, then we got a really nice shot of Himari there. And she also, reassures him that he can do it. And then she says, because Penguindrum is ... It is your ... I don't think she clarifies past that. She just kind of like tackles him. And I assume they had sex after that. But I still didn't quite get what she was trying to say there. Because this was in the same scene where she was being secretive about what the Penguindrum is. And that bit there, you could definitely imply that it's not the diary. Because she kind of said it was his something. I mean, there's a few different ways you could take that, It could be his responsibility. I don't know. But it's very confusing, which I guess is definitely in line with this show. And then we just had, just Tabuki, whatever his name is, talking with Yuri about the Tabakuras and revenge and all that. And some little flashbacks of the three of them hanging out. Himari just bolts, goes to get, cloth or whatever you call that stuff you use to knit sweaters. I'm not a knitting person. I wouldn't know such terminology. But she was with Ringo, which, initially I was like, yay, she's not all alone. She's with somebody that I sort of kind of trust. That's good. Up until Yuri, hits her up and says, oh, you're with Takamura Tamakura, whatever the name is. You're with their child, huh? Or, feel free to, bring her along, more the merrier. When she was already talking about, the whole revenge stuff and all that. Right? But apparently they were trying to mislead us because somehow, instead of meeting up with Yuri, they meet up with Tabuki. And they go up an elevator to like a roof or something, just the three of them. As he just like ominously, terrifyingly talks about, how did he phrase it? Punishment or whatever? I don't remember the exact word he used, but definitely not good. We also had Yuri and Netsrym just flirting. That's what I'd call it. Right? They had their respective attacks and feathers or flower petals or whatever, and firing rounds at each other. We didn't actually get to see how that ended, if anybody died or lost memories, or I don't know. She shot her balls, she shot arrows. I think she had like a crossbow or something. I don't know. Is that the war we were talking about? Because we had Sanayoshi talk about war at some point. I don't know what to make of that either. But yeah, and how exactly did we rope the octopus into holding the mirror for the panty shots as well? Because I think until that shot, we didn't have any indication that the keep wanting to call them penguins, the octopus. We had no indication the octopus were perverts as well, but I guess they are. I mean, I guess I should have known that they do have tentacles, and tentacles are literally made for lewd stuff. So I guess that does make sense in that respect. Even the freaking bunny humanoid versions, ? We're talking about punishing Himari to make matters worse, and just very concerning stuff all around. That's all I can really say. Yeah, today I shall hand down the punishment to the Takakura family. That's what it was, Takakura. Thank you. The Unforgiven. I'm just so worried. I really can't put it into words. Like, I've already lost Himari a couple of times. I can't lose her again. Like, they can't keep playing with me like this. What do they think they are? Steins Gate? The show's really not that different from Steins Gate in a lot of ways. But yeah, I think I got out everything I wanted to say about the episode. It's it was something. It was something. My nose itches, and I'm gonna end out the video now. So, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.